Barker was born in Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. He became a professional footballer in the 1960s, playing for Durban City and Durban United. Having made his debut at the age of 17, he had a trial with Leicester City in England, but a serious knee injury quickly ended his career. The Dog, as he was nicknamed, became a manager in the 1970s, coaching numerous clubs in South Africa, including Durban City, Manning Rangers, AmaZulu, otherwise known as Zulu Royals, and Santos in Cape Town. Bafana Bafana legend Dr. Khumalo says Barker was more than a coach to him.
He was the only coach who was giving me 100% freedom to do whatever on the field. And he used to say, go out there, dance boy, dance doggy, we need you. And I didn't understand why would Clive single me out. And probably with the late shoes Michelle, it was the case. But always whenever we have a camp or a game for Bafana, he will have a one-on-one with me. And he will say, our hopes lies on your shoulders. He's the only one who can answer that. And I can't, because I had to go out and do what the coach asked me to do. And he moved from being a coach, he moved from being a father. He was like a friend.
During his club career, he won 2 league championships and 2 league cups. He was one of the first white managers in the South African League. Khumalo says Barker showed lots of confidence in him.
This is the man that made me to be who I am. He instills a lot of good spirit in me, confidence. It's not easy to carry a country, Andile. But with Clive, he made it look easy. Can you imagine you given a task 2 minutes before kickoff to say, take us to France?
Barker took over as manager of the South African national football team in 1994. He took the South African national team to their only African Cup of Nations title in 1996, with a 2-0 victory in the final against Tunisia. Under his guidance, South Africa qualified for their first ever World Cup in 1998 in France. Mark Williams scored 2 goals in the 1996 AFCON final. And he says Barker used to mingle with players.
All the players were sitting at one table. Not 4 there, 6 there, there's everybody sat down on the table. I like that about him. He used to be on the corner as a father, the captain, and so it went on. He let the families also come. Your father, your mother, your sister, and he'll greet everybody. You know how that made you feel as a player? You can do anything for a man like that. When we were dancing, when we were sad, he was part of us. When we were drinking beer, he was drinking beers with us. Now, you can say that you don't want to give that man 90 minutes of your time. You gave him 90 minutes and more.
Barker quit coaching the national team in December 1997, before the team could compete in the World Cup finals, after a poor showing at the 1997 FIFA Confederations Cup. Williams remembered the last time he saw Barker.
I looked at him and I greeted him, and he looked at me and he was like trying to figure out who I was here. And it was a sad, I didn't want to remember that part. I wanted to remember that happy person that always had a smile on his face, that hugged people. And then it came back afterwards, then he greeted me. But then at least I knew there was something wrong with him. I think he's at a good place now. You know, he'll meet some of the players actually that he was coaching. You know, my soul is John, Suze, David, and Phil Masinga. So they'll have a chat there on top about that. And so I will just say my condolences to the Barker family. May his soul rest in peace.
Barker was a local television commentator during the 2010 World Cup. He was appointed manager of Bidvest in January 2013. He is survived by his wife, Vincent Itura, SABC News, Johannesburg.